Hello everyone. And welcome back to another drawing time of Introverts. If you're wondering where the original female human voice has gone, don't worry. She will be back as soon as you subscribe. This time we're drawing the fan art of a 2017 anime movie, The Shape of Voice, or A Silent Voice. As you can see, the background is a paintover from a 3D model. The model was by Denys Davydov, an environment artist. The image is then warped to see what kind of perspective looks good. If you want to see the original look of the 3D model, the link is in the description. Well, basically, it's an old Japanese classroom, now overtaken by nature. So there's green stuff, supposedly plants and leaves, everywhere. But apparently the artist didn't seem to know what kind of plants were supposed to grow where. So for now, what we can see are just patches of green here and there, which looks pretty awkward. Now, to move our attention away from the terrible looking plants, the artist now proceeds to draw the characters. Luckily she has reference images, so she basically copied the colors and called it a day. Now that it's zoomed in, we can see there are clean line works done after the draft. However, the artist doesn't seem sure she will use it at all. It seems more likely than not she will paint those line art away, just like she did on Ishida's tie and shirt. The folds of the clothing look presentable in sketches, but now she has to render it. She finds that she has to gird her loins and just deal with it. Experimenting is good, I guess. For what it's worth, there might be happy accidents. Or disasters. I don't understand why you don't put out reference images for clothes. While she is struggling, we can talk about the anime movie. Have you ever got bullied at school? Especially in elementary or primary school? Or bullied others? It's a dilemma. Because when we were children, our brains were yet to fully develop. So children suffer worse and longer effects of trauma. Meanwhile, unfortunately, as children, we didn't have the capacity to understand consequences in the far future, or to stop our impulses, or to get past our egocentric mindset. So do we blame child bullies? Blame them how? Or if not, where does the responsibilities lie? For schools, their top priority is to produce academic results. Though nowadays there are more mental health related programs inside schools. Teachers and school admins are taking psychology into account. Still, from what's said in many research papers, those school programs mainly want to deal with problem behaviors and bad test results that are caused by psychological problems. So it's like a whack-a-mole game. Should schools take care of students' well-being in general, instead of taking care of issues only when one arises? But then, shouldn't parents be responsible for the psychological well-being of their children, considering that they are the, well, parents? But it isn't as simple as that. For many families, both parents have to work. Maybe they don't have the time. Or maybe they don't know what to do. Or maybe they don't have the emotional capacity. They are stressed, busy, tired after work. Should we expect every parent to be like Ishida's mom, who smiles and remains patient in the worst of times? On the other hand, schools have the resources. They have on-site social workers, the money, and teachers, and sometimes an educational psychologist. Should schools, then, take the responsibility? If not all, then perhaps 50-50? Or should it be 70-30? Or 80-20? Talk about a heavy topic. Phew. Let's get back to the artwork. It seems our artist friend finally takes up the courage to work with the plants. And if I may be frank, what are those grey sticks poking out from the leaves on the right side of the canvas? Ah, I see some semblance of leaves finally. There is moss growing on the ground as well. This somewhat gives out the feeling of young people exploring abandoned schools just to take videos and Instagram photos. We don't have so many of these places in Hong Kong, I think. Maybe there are, and I'm just not up to speed. Interesting. On the left side of the blackboard, there is a mini TV. Do schools back then have TV in their classrooms? I mean, we have projectors now. But as far as I can remember, we used foil graph before projectors. TV sounds like a fancy thing here. Whoa! There's water leakage right on top of the teacher's podium. Is this how sophisticated people are back then? A makeshift waterfall to meditate under. Though here comes the question. Where does the water go? Why is the classroom not flooded yet? Is this what people call unrealistic Instagram photos? Now there is a chicken here. And a treasure map. What is the artist doing? What is she thinking? Is she trying to fill the artwork with more mundane things to distract us? Or is there some cryptic code hidden in the artwork, and this is alluding to the notion that we can find some treasures ourselves? Now the artist is moving back to those suspicious grey sticks on the leaves. What exactly are they? What? You're moving away again. Okay. Fine. It seems she doesn't want to answer. And she is adding little shadows that nobody can really see as soon as we zoom out. Those white things. Are they rice dumplings or something? I don't think it's a good idea. Take them away. I think we're on the final stage here. And she is adding things around for atmosphere. And some stuff in the foreground to create perspective. I don't think the little dots are enough. In an abandoned, nature-taken classroom, there should be tons more dusts and pollens flying around. I want to sneeze just at the thought of it. And now there are more cryptic codes on the desk. What is SXS? Is that related to SOS? And there we go. The fan art of the shape of voice is fresh out of the oven. If you like this video, make sure to press like and subscribe to this channel. We can't let Lewis win. He's ahead of us right now. We can do this. And with that thought, thank you for watching. See you next time.